There's nothing much you can do when a boss call is made. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. Before I get into this video, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. We've seen a lot of free agent movement when it comes to the world of professional wrestling lately. We have allegedly seen Powerhouse Hobbs make the move from AEW to WWE. And one of the big signings recently that AEW was able to make was the Rascals, jumping from TNA over to AEW. We saw AEW drop the graphic on Dynamite, and we saw the Rascals appear on Collision. And like a lot of you, I noticed that there was only 3 Rascals instead of 4 Rascals appearing on that Collision segment, and that was for good reason. We saw a couple of days ago on social media that Trey Miguel revealed that he will be taking basically a leave of absence from professional wrestling. And at that moment, I thought, okay, this guy has something going on in his personal life. I don't think it's fair for me to speculate. And he has something that he needs to deal with that is bigger than professional wrestling. But as days have started to come and go, we have gotten a clearer picture as to what has really happened. And it's officially been dropped today that Warner Brothers Discovery, they were the ones who made the boss call and cut cords with Trey Miguel over homophobic comments that he said in the past. And we've seen Warner Brothers Discovery do the same thing before with the Briscoe brothers. They weren't allowed on AEW television for the longest. Unfortunately, we were never able to see Jay on AEW TV. Now, as we all know, we eventually got to the point where Mark has been allowed, but this isn't something new when it comes to Warner Brothers Discovery, with them taking comments, derogatory to certain groups of individuals very, very seriously. And there's a lot of murky waters when it comes to situations like this. And for me personally, I've always been a person who feels like every single individual has the right to feel how they want to feel. If you're somebody who never wants to forgive somebody over a comment that offended you personally, whether it's about the group that you personally associate yourself with, or you're just somebody who is very empathetic to human beings, I totally get it. If you want to cancel that person forever, that's your right. If you're somebody who looks at things and say, hey, that was a long time ago, maybe this person has changed, let's give this person a second chance, I'm all for it as well. But one of the things that I've always been confused about when it comes to cancellation of individuals or different things like that is, at what point do we give an individual a path to redemption? Is there any way that we can kind of get together and come up with a proper solution of where do we get to a point where this person is able to show contrition and is able to show that they've been able to change to the point to where they're allowed to get a second opportunity? That has always been my thing when it comes to these type of issues, because I'm not somebody who thinks that you should throw away a person for one mistake that they have made before in the past, unless it's something where you're actually physically harming somebody. But I get it, and it's a tricky subject because there is no right answer when it comes to these type of things, and it really just goes to show you that your words have power. And I know that we, especially people in the States, we like to lean on, we're the land of the free and the home of the brave, and free speech and all those things. And we do have free speech in this country, but we don't have speech that is consequence free. And especially when you put that on the internet, it's something that's always going to live forever. And not to sound preachy, I'm sure you guys know this already. And there is going to be no resolution currently to this situation anytime soon, I would think. And if you're a couple of the other members of the Rascals, you're probably thinking like, man, like this is unfortunate because they all signed together as a quadrant. I hope that's the right words to it. And they're probably thinking like, damn, like one of the main guys that people outside of Desmond Xavier looked at as the most promising member of the group, Trey Miguel, is now the guy is gone. So I'm sure that Tony wasn't expecting that, and you would think that he would especially with somebody who has said something controversial in the past. You would think that he would go, investigate as deeply as he possibly could, especially after the Briscoe brothers. That you would think that this guy would go through every single thing with a fine tooth comb, or at least get the legal department to do that. But guess the guy hasn't learned his lessons, and you would think that he would try to clear that up with Warner Brothers Discovery before even making a move like that. But guess the guy didn't do it again this time. But what do you guys think about this in the comment section? Are you somebody who believes that it's okay, throw this person away forever, or are you somebody who believes in giving somebody a second chance? Let me know in the comment section. Does this damper your enthusiasm for the Rascals in AEW? Let me know, guys. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.